What's up, guys? Welcome back to Diamond's Corner. I know it's been a minute, but guys, I had to step back for a second. And as you read by this title, I'm giving y'all a life update. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. Like this year, I've been feeling absolutely amazing, and it's because I've just been unlearning. I'm unlearning so much shit. I'm realizing and I'm waking up to so much stuff. And it truly feels amazing. And this healing thing, it's hard, but it's rewarding. It's rewarding. I at least I go to bed feeling rewarded. So, what should I get into first? Let's talk about last month. I barely been. It's April now. I'm so happy. Wow. It's crazy. It's April. But March, I was MIA for sure. I just been going through major shifts, and I need to take the time to sit in that shift, realize, and rework. And that's why I've been MIA, because I'm also learning to just not be scared anymore. I feel like for the longest time I was so scared. I was scared to express myself. What the fuck? I should not be. But you know what? This is gonna sound a little crazy, but expressing myself for me, my entire life, has been hard. Expressing myself has been so hard. And it's crazy. Expressing yourself shouldn't be hard. But, especially, for me, being a black girl, and it's hard to express yourself in white spaces. Because I grew up in white spaces, and I just had to be in a box, couldn't say anything. Just in life, I could never express myself and just be who I really wanted to be, because I would get judged and just really care so fucking much about what just care for other people. Life should never be like that. So I'm finally at a point where I'm just unlearning so much bullshit. I'm unlearning so much, and it feels so great. I don't want to be scared anymore for speaking my mind. I don't want to be scared. As long as I'm moving with pure great intention, then I know I'm good. I know I'm set. And people make mistakes, and that's fine. So, y'all, I've just been shifting, and it feels amazing. March felt amazing because another thing, that little voice in my fucking head, it's annoying. It's annoying. And that voice. I'm taking a moment of pause, guys, because I just want to be careful. I want to be careful in what I say. But I also want to tell my story now. I want to tell my story. I shouldn't be restricted. So let's get back to that voice. That voice in my head late in March was annoying. And I finally have got it under control. Because in the past 2 years, they weren't my greatest years. I've experienced alcohol, addiction to the tea. I was severely addicted to a bottle of some alcohol, and that just was, that's another story, y'all. That's another story, and we'll get into that maybe another episode. But I was in a bad mind space, when I was addicted to alcohol at that moment in my life. It was fucking crazy. I was in a bad mind space. In that headspace, in those thoughts still lingered on in when I was transitioning to be to just getting rid of that shit and transitioning life to newer and upgraded stages. So I had to really fucking retrain my mind and get rid of that voice and just have it under control, because I'm no longer living in those fears and in those anxieties that I felt when I was drinking hella and like doing drugs and all that shit. Like, I'm no longer in that thought space, like in that thought. Like, so I had to get rid of those thoughts, those lingering, like all that lingering negativity, because I'm like, ew, it's just crazy. And I really did I let people influence my life, like, to a T. Like, I listened to everyone, y'all. I listened to everyone. I thought everyone had the answers. Like, I thought everyone had, like, the best intentions. I thought everyone was great. Like, nobody, like, I didn't think people was, I don't know what the fuck I thought. I really didn't. I just thought everybody was just trying to be happy and everybody had good intentions, but that wasn't the case. And I had to wake up to a lot of that shit. Like, I really didn't think that I could have people sit in my, I didn't know that there was people out there that could sit in your face and just be a whole bullshit ass person. Like, I didn't think that was real. I really didn't. Because I was like, I knew I was great. I knew I was nice, but I didn't know other people were like that, unfortunately, for the longest time. I just thought everybody was great. And that wasn't the case whatsoever. And it's just crazy. Like, I'm finally just out of that shit. Like, I truly, and I'm just want to be careful what I say, because I am learning and relearning and unworking, whatever the fuck, all that shit right now. So, like, I was gonna say, like, well, it is kind of my fault. I am gonna take accountability. It was, a lot of it is my fault. But, and I was gonna catch myself again, because I don't want to, I let myself sit in that sadness, guys. I was affected by so much stuff. Obviously, we are in our life, but you have the choice to let it affect you, or not, or like keep going. And I let it be a personality trait. Like, I let myself live in just, I didn't know happiness at that point in my life. I just let myself live in sadness. Like, that's who you knew me as. Like, I let myself just make the choice of, I'm just going to be bitter. Like, that's exactly what I thought. Like, I'm just going to be fucking bitter. I'm going to treat people how they fucking treat me. I'm just going to fucking be deadbeat because I don't give a fuck. I really didn't. And, like, especially being a black girl, you're just not noticed. You're not noticed. You get judged for expressing yourself. Like, we're the bottom of the list. It goes black girls, black women, black men, white woman, white men. And everybody's looking up. Nobody looks down. You feel me? And your feelings aren't validated. You're not looked at seriously. And that's the real tea. And so that being the case, that being the world affected me, and I let myself be that sad person because I'm like, bro, expressing myself is hard as fuck. It's hard. I don't want to express myself because I'm being judged. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to, and I just had to get the fuck out of that. I want to express myself. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks now because they are not doing what I want to do, or like that, period. That's it. They're not doing what I want to do. And I was listening to people who weren't doing what I wanted to do. I don't know. See, and I was going to say, I don't know why I did that. But, like, I know why I did that. At the time, I know. I know. But it's just fucking crazy. Like, and I can no longer be mad at myself, y'all. I was mad at myself for the longest time. For no reason. I was like, I I was just so, I hated myself for for living life. Like, I hated myself for experiencing things, like, and not noticing. I'm like, bro, this is life. You need to go through these things to be here. Like, and it's just crazy. Like, I'm no longer sitting in that because I don't want to. I don't give a fuck. I just want to be happy. I want to exist. I want to do what I want to do. And I don't give a fuck. Like, what the outer world has nothing to do, like, it has nothing to do with me, like, you know? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but, like, I'm not gonna let other people's influences or other people's lives influence mine anymore. And I'm just happy to be back in this headspace, because it really is, I don't know where I got lost. It's crazy. I mean, I do, but, like, I was deep in that shit for a long, long, long time. And sometimes I know I shouldn't get mad at myself for staying there, but, like, my environment also made me want to stay there. So it's just good to see such change in life and in everyone and in me. And, like, it's good because, I don't know, for a minute now, I was just in a box. Like, I feel like I was just, like, born into a box. And if I stepped out of that box, then God forbid, like, fuck. If I stepped out of that box, then like, like, I was restricted. Like, whoo, it feels good to be out of that box. Like, this is my life, y'all. Like, this is my life. This is my life. And, like, this is my story. Like, I'm just ready to tell my story. I'm, like, without these experiences, I wouldn't be here. Like, I promise you that. Like, I wouldn't. And I'm no longer going to be mad at that. I'm no longer going to be mad at myself for living and for breathing. Because that's just not the case. That's just how it never was. And, well, yeah, like, just from, like, that's, as a kid, when I was little, I just remember always being happy. Always being happy and knowing what I wanted to do. I just knew I was going to be like a Beyonce. That was so random, but, like, that's what I knew. That's all I knew when I was a kid. Like, I just knew I was going to be something, make an impact, like, just be big. I just knew that I was bigger than the people around me. I knew that I was bigger than everything. And so I'm finally back in that headspace and, like, connected with my inner child. Like, I feel like when I was little, I was guided by the universe and, like, by nature, like, just to keep going and just keep being me, like, and just to keep shining, even though some circumstance, even though I was going through some stuff and, like, in just life, you know, we all go through life. So, like, but I knew to stay shining, like, and just, I knew that I was being guided and in sync in life when I was little. I just always knew that. And, like, I knew that I wanted to be like Beyonce because there was nobody else that I looked up to. Like, I just knew that I wanted to be a performer and perform and just put on a show and dance and express myself and wear beautiful pieces and, like, be art. Like, I just knew I was art. So, like, I didn't want to be like regular. I didn't want to be a doctor. And it's crazy to, like, I'm going to say that, a doctor, because when I was little and, like, watching TV and shit, like, there was no Black woman who were really fun actors, like the fun roles in life, like doing fun things in life. Like when I was watching TV, that there was none of that. Like it was very like either a serious black woman, like you're in a serious, like you were a like in a serious setting, like you were a doctor and you were a nurse, or you seen like just black women. Like I watched black women just be sad and just like fucked up life, like fucked up circumstances, like growing up, like watching that. And I was like, fuck no, bruh. I'm not doing that. I don't want to be that, because I wasn't born to be that. And so seeing Beyonce, I was like, this is what the fuck I'm doing. This is what the fuck I'm gonna do. Like, that's why I love dancing. Like, dancing was my first love. Like, dancing, like, dance is a whole nother thing. Like, that's a whole nother podcast episode and a whole nother chapter of my life that I am gonna share with you guys soon. Because dance definitely saved my life. I would not be, like, sitting here today recording this podcast, existing, breathing right now, if it wasn't for dance, like, saving my life. Like, holy shit. And, like, I kind of want to cry about that. Like, it's crazy. Like, whoa, I'm feeling emotions. Keep going, Diamond, keep going. But, like, damn, like, dance fucking saved me. And, like, seeing Beyonce and, like, perform, I just knew in my heart that I was going to do that, what she did, times 10 and more. And I always fucking knew that. And, like, I didn't want to be put in the box that people just put me in, like, in the mindset. Like, I knew I was bigger, like, and it just feels so fucking good to just be in my power again, find my power again, like, and connected with my inner child like no fucking other. Like, because I couldn't find her when I was an alcoholic. Like, I couldn't find that. And it's crazy, too, because, like, even saying, like, an alcohol, like, when I was little, I never, ever, ever, ever thought I would be an alcoholic for 2 years of my life. Like, what the fuck? Expect the unexpected, kids. For real. Because I just never thought that would be my circumstances. But a lot of shit, my entire life, I never thought a lot of shit would have happened. And it's happened, and I'm happy it happened, because I would not be here. I wouldn't be this diamond, this version of myself that I'm obsessed with right now. Like, I wouldn't be this. Like, whew, it's crazy. And, like, I used to be so mad. Like, damn, like, I used to not want to ever go through that. And I went through that. But, like, I needed that. I really did. Like, I needed these experiences. I needed these people. I needed that teaching. I needed that lesson. Like, and I'm not going to be scared anymore learning lessons and just going through life. I was just scared for so long, like, making mistakes, and just, like, as long as I know better and I know my morals and know that I'm moving with pure intentions, I'm always gonna be good. And I knew that. So I'm no longer living in that fear. That was a lot. To breathe for a second. That was a lot, y'all. And thank you if you are still listening. I know I'm ranting, but, like, this is me. Like, this is my life. Like, this is why I'm doing this shit. Like, this is why I created Stay Shining. Like, because even though I was put through all this bullshit, I always decided to be the bigger person, put my foot down, be the stronger, be strong. And that has helped me a lot in my life. And like, sometimes I didn't want to do that. I was forced to be strong. And when you are a Black woman, you have to be fucking strong. Like, you have to. So like, it's just crazy. Like, and this is why I created this shit, because I stayed fucking shining, and I'm proud of myself. And at first, like, making my brand, like, it's just, even saying it out loud, it just all makes sense now. Like, it all makes sense. And I'm so happy for myself that I never gave up. I'm so happy for myself that I never stopped. I never stopped through all the bullshit. Like, even though I let people really influence the fuck out of me and I listened to them, like, I really did always stay shining. Like, in that moment in my life, hell the fuck yeah, I did. So like, it feels good. Like, it feels good. I'm not powerless no more. Like, I've stepped back into this shit. Like, and I'm so happy. Like, I'm hugging let me give myself a fucking hug. I had to clap for myself. Like, and it's crazy because, like, I let somebody tell me one time, like, a couple things. There's a lot of things a lot of people had told me that I believed. And I'm going to share a couple things right now. Like, one of them was like, you haven't helped people. You haven't helped a lot of people. And it was like, damn, what the hell? I've helped so many people. I've touched so many lives. I have. And I'm going to continue to do that. And it's just crazy. Like, I even listened to someone tell me that. Like, what the fuck? Hold on. I wouldn't be doing this today. Like, if I didn't care to help, you know? So that was another thing. Another thing, what somebody told me is, what if, this was last year around my birthday. Someone was like, why do you act so confident? Like, what if you didn't have that name? Like, what if you didn't have that name Diamond? And that was one of my homegirls saying that to me, y'all, around my birthday, which was crazy. And her saying that, I was like, wow. Like, wow, you really are jealous of me. Fact. But wow, I really had somebody in my face, like, just trying to minimize me. And I've done that my entire life. I let people just, again, put me in that box. Again, make me feel bad for expressing myself. Again, make me feel bad for being happy. Again, making myself feel bad for congratulating myself, being happy for myself, existing. Like, hold the fuck up. That's not what we doing. And I'm not gonna sit back no more, because that's not whatever I was about. I was so, like, I just protected people's feelings. And, like, by her saying that, it's just crazy. Like, that's, like, don't let people just, it's crazy. I'm like I'm taking these pauses, y'all, and bear with me, because it is wild. It's wild. And now I'm just happy to not be living in that. Like, and for a second, I was rude. I treated people how they treated me. And it stooped me to being on their level and being fucking not who I was. Like, I'm not a bitter ass bitch. Like, I'm truly not. That bitter, that jealousy, that don't live in me, and it never did. And at that point in my life, I said, fuck it. I'm treating you how you treat me. But that's not who I was. And, like, it's crazy. That's not who I ever was. And I let people, and that shit's not it. It's wild, y'all. It's wild out here. And, like, I'm no longer going to feel bad for myself for even like realizing certain things now. People just projected, and I took my power back. And that's what I've been on recently. I feel powerful than ever, happier than ever. Like, the other day I was sitting in the car and I was like, damn, I need to get used to this feeling. I need to get used to this feeling. And that thought is already wild. Like, I already know I've made it and just upgraded so much because I'm already thinking like that. But like, that's what I've been on recently. I just need to feel happy. I just need to be like comfortable in this happiness. And another thing I always tell myself is like, I love this version of myself. Let me be with her. And that is something I have to tell myself twice a day. Like, and I just feel that now. And it's just, I don't know. I am excited for myself. I'm excited now, guys, because I finally feel like I can I can tell my story. I finally feel like I can tell my story and just not hold back. I can be Diamond, Sapphire, Holly now. I can be myself now. I don't care. I just want to be happy and express myself. And that's where I've been at. That's where my mind has been. So, yeah. I know that was a lot. Holy shit. That was a lot, guys. That was a lot. But, like, I want to get more. I'm getting used to this newness. I'm getting used to all this new life I'm guided on. Like, I'm being guided on. So bear with me. Like, I'm learning, I'm relearning, unlearning, and just bear with me. And I'm excited. I'm so fucking happy to just finally, like, just do what I want to do without caring. Like, I didn't dance for a minute because I'm like, holy shit. Well, I didn't dance for a minute, so now I'm behind. I'm behind on my craft, and I'm like, no, who fucking cares? Like, I'm just gonna dance because moving my body makes me feel good. Like, I stopped not caring about, like, I remember telling you guys in the beginning of Stay Shining, like, I have a couple dance videos coming out, and I did, and they're drafted because I felt like I was at the same dance level. But I'm like, bro, who gives a fuck? This is gonna make somebody happy. This makes me happy. Like, and this is gonna make somebody else happy who can't probably move like this. So, like, I don't give a fuck if I am at the same pace. At least I'm working hard every fucking day not to be mediocre and not to be the person I was the day before. That's all that matters. And as long as I'm living like that, like, I am gonna be great. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm just so ecstatic and like, this is it. Like, this is great. And I just feel amazing, and I finally feel like I can give you guys my everything because this is my life. Like, I've been trying to I feel like my life has been a career. Like, I've been trying to just make this happen for so long, and I'm going to continue to do that. But this wasn't, like, I just recently had a shift that was the icing on the cake to, like, do it. And then I'm going to do it. I'm going to prove people wrong, and I'm happy to be back in this headspace. Like, wow. It took a fucking minute. But here I am, and I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited, and I love you guys, and thank you guys for all the kind messages that you guys send me, and, like, thank you guys for just being, like, such good supporters. Like, the people who do reach out to me and do listen to this, like, thank you for keeping me going, because you do. You really fucking do. Thank you. And stay shining. That's like all. That's all. I thought I had something else to say, but yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. And yeah, stay shining. Mwah. Have a great month of April.